Good morning from the shed. I thought I might capture my colour play this morning. I've been inspired by some colours, which I'm going to share in a minute. And I've got a nice blank page in one of my journals, but it might get messy, so I'm putting on my arm protectors, old jumper, which I just basically cut the sleeves off because the jumper was no longer fit for purpose, and it's a perfect way to protect my sleeves. So let's get started this morning. This is intuitive again, inspired by colour, and the colour that I've been inspired by, and I've just had a little play with it now. You might know what that colour is. If you don't, it's attempting to be Potter's Pink. And I haven't explored with this colour before. I haven't got that colour, so I've been making it, and I used a fluorescent pink, a burnt sienna, and a little bit of ultramarine, 3 different paints. And once I'd sort of zhuzhed them around a bit, tried different levels, and I quite like this colour. So that's kind of my starting point today. But then I've got a few other pinks maybe, and a few more browns with pens and paint. And then I might go in with some turquoise or some blues. And I've got those to hand, so I've gathered some colours. And then, of course, I'm really liking golds, so whether they'll be used, you'll have to wait and see. So yeah, what I'm going to do with it, I don't know. But also, I've been playing around with. The jury's out on this. It's a transparent paper that goes through the printer. You'd probably use it as an overlay on a fancy invitation, but I just thought maybe I could use it in some collage, and so I used at the beginning of the year, I wrote down some intentions for the year. I don't like doing resolutions and having all this. It's all a bit flexible, but it was kind of like some kind of positive affirmations that I wrote down, and then I typed them up, and then I put them into the different typefaces. One of them is a typeface called Byronite, which I designed when I was doing a master's in graphic design, and yeah, so I'm using that and then cutting it out and maybe having some random bits. This does tend to go a bit curly on the edges. It doesn't always react well, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on. So that is potentially something that I might play around with. So without further ado, I'm not getting too fancy with this, and also I've got an old paintbrush. You probably used to gloss the wood with that one, and I'm just going to put some pink. The proportions are probably not going to be right yet, but I'm going to give it a go, and I'm literally going to dot a bit of blue in there. This might change, but just zhuzhing it about. Okay, zhuzhy. So it kind of does have, yeah, it's definitely looking a bit pottery at the moment with a little blue edge. Okay, so that's got it on there, but what am I going to do with that? Bring the scraper in and see what that does. So starting off with a little bit of this. I wasn't intending to cover the whole page, but it looks like I've got a bit carried away, as you do. And the way the paint goes on in this book, because it's what would you call this? It's a bit cardy. It's got a bit of robustness. It can curl and wobble a bit if it gets too wet, but generally, and again, it was just a cheap journal for collaging, basically. Yeah. Okay, well, we've got something here. Anything goes when you put your first layer down. Interesting how it's kind of sunk in with the blue there and captured me, so it's quite porous, this paper. So I might do a little bit of lifting. Always like to have a bit of scrap paper to hand. You never know, the scrap paper itself can end up in collage as well. That's quite, I picked that up earlier when I was playing around on this one, but it's kind of, yeah, we're going in the right direction with this colour. Maybe it's warm. This one feels a bit cooler than this one, but then this is actually on the back of a bit of envelope-y paper, which what I was actually doing yesterday was putting some emulsion, so that what background is emulsion, onto some old canvases, just to, I don't know, because I had the emulsion left and I just wanted to cover up the old pictures on it, because I've got some summer projects that I want to do, and then this was spare and I was kind of cleaning the brush with the emulsion, and then I'm just using that as a scrap bit, just as a tester to see how that works. So it could be, you know, different background, different paper is going to have a different response to the same paints, which is pretty interesting to know. Right, so that one, I'm going to just put that to the side a minute, and then I've got in another little scrapbooky thing, again with the emulsion on this one. Okay, got my old bulldog clips going, which is brilliant. I'm just going to do the same thing, and just to compare. Of course, the colours and the proportions of the colours that I've used are going to be different, because I am pretty random with this. I maybe put could go a bit more bluey. We'll see. Yeah. See, now this one feels like it needs a bit more, maybe a bit more. I don't know though. But you see, at first you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure how I'm going with that. Is it pink enough? Does it need a? I don't know. Let's just put a bit more. Oh no, that's too much blue. I don't want all that blue in there. Let's scoop a bit up. Help! Let's get that off there. Oh, there. I'll zhuzh it up. What's that gonna do with it? Make it a bit cooler, maybe. A bit more pink. I'm literally just doing the colour mixing. It's probably not the way to do it, but I don't care because I'm having fun. Yeah, we've got pinky texture going on. I've gone and covered the whole thing again, look. Pick it up. Now you see, look, I've put the XX blue on there, and I'm about to put that on there. I know, let's pick it up with this. So you can see this is very much randomly thinking how I'm going to do this, because what I want to do is go in with some different layers, and I've got this one. I am liking this colour though at the moment. What am I going to do with it? That's the question. Where am I going to go with it? And I also like the effect of the texture, having put this emulsion down to lighten up the background here, rather than just, because I have another, and I'm going to compare that to, this is just gesso on this. So yeah, maybe I'll wait until this is drier. Just have that urge. No, it's come dry now. Anyway, So we've got the start of something there, just slapping it down. Same sort of thing, but different effect, different paper, different textures, but the colour does still seem to be, see that one still feels, maybe it's a bit more blue in that one. Anyway, I'm enjoying the fun here. I like what's going on, so I'm just zhuzhing up that blue on the sheet in case I want to use it with my rough brush. That might dry and then I can do something with that, you see. Wasn't quite the intention to go so far with the blue, but the plan now is to think, okay, what can I add to this? Where can I go with it? So I'll just have a little ponder. Put my brush to clean that. I am thinking golds, thinking blues. No, that's dark. Let's go with this. I like playing with, this is like a gouache paint stick. And sometimes if you do rub it just by hand, some of it comes off, but it does have, it just adds some kind of something on your fingers. Maybe let's see what that does on there. I'll put a bit more on rather than have it rubbed off completely. Quite like the idea of it. I'm wondering if I've got a thing for these sticks. I like the glue sticks, I like the paint sticks. Bit of a theme. Does it take me back to my childhood? I don't know. This might not work, but I've just got the urge to splatter a bit of light blue in there. What am I going to do with that? Just gently go over it with the sorry, get straight to the right, and what am I going to do? When you just go for it, you're not thinking about, oh, have I got an audience? Is anybody interested in what I'm doing here? Probably not. I don't know, but I'm just playing on a bit more of that blue. I think rather than the greenness, I prefer the blueness to the greenness. Great vocabulary in the morning. I have no shame. I'm just playing, having a blast. No rules, no judgments, just play. So far we've got playing around with the Potter's Pinks inspiration, inspired by a Potter's Pink, and then going in with some light blues. and then we'll think about what's going to come next. I want to get some contrast in there, and I was thinking about maybe, you know, picking up on the browns. That's quite a dark one. I'll see what that does. That one basically reminds me of coffee. And then, of course, this is the one that was used to mix the original colours. Somehow I want to get some gold in here. I love this gold. I think as I'm talking, I was doing some just drips the other day, and that was fun. So let's do some drips. Drip, you know what I mean? It's like a drippy drag. I'm calling this my drippy drag. Yeah, just to break it up and have something in there. A drippy drag. I'm now doing it. That's always like I've got two on the go here, but don't have the space in my little shed. Maybe in the summer when the weather gets good, there could be a potential opportunity to film some outdoor art. Got a bit of a table that could be used. I'm really enjoying doing that. Just that. Just doing it. Do it. Yep, there we go. I think I might. Don't want that glue. Right, let's see what happens with that. Do a bit of lifting. Put it on the glue as well, why not? I mean, at the end of the day, that ultramarine is in with the mix, so it should, in effect, look part decent. And this, obviously, the fact that I keep going in with it is the sense that I can use it in my collage. So just a little bit of, instead of going straight into the recycle bin, it will go into some, oops, oh, it's getting serious now. I'm bashing the camera. It's gone a bit wobbly. Sorry about that. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I was just going in with a little bit more of the gold, the drippy golds. I am liking the colours here. I like the effect of the colours on that. There's definitely some, it's appealing. What about adding something? Maybe not the expected. Something. You might not be able to see that on screen, but I'll just swirl in a little bit of this pink in there. It's adding to it's adding something. It's definitely doing something. Okay. I've reached a stop. I've reached a pause moment. That pause moment could be a point to start putting a little bit of something on there in the background, maybe. Get some swirls. And so what I think I can do, I'll just move those out of the way. Let's cut something out, and I think I'll do it the easy way by folding it and just see if I can. I don't want a perfect circle, just just a random, clearly not got the strongest blade here. And then we'll go around it again, and maybe a bit thicker. Just cut out that middle bit. I was pressing down a little bit harder there. So circles, and I can use the circles in the middle bits, and of course in my usual way I want to do it in threes. Okay, start this way. Not the best paper to cut in that way. You see it was moving and slipping around. The some different papers, they all respond differently. That's a big one. That's like a big oval now, isn't it? Well, okay, I'll make it a thicker one then. Let's see. Start that way. What have we got then? Where's that other one gone? Oh, I've lost the first one that I made now that I showed you. Well, I'm sure it will come back when it's ready. Where did that go? Unbelievable. Is it on the floor? Did it fly away, float away? Right then, I'll do a little one. Oh, there it is. Hey, got it. It was hiding under those bits. So I'm going to maybe stick these on, put the scalpel back in its place. Right, I think I'm going to do it on the big one. And I think you'll see what I mean when I say the paper, this I did it because I could print it like a translucent, and it's whether I might put that as a bit of an angle. It's already curling, you see, and when I stick it down, this might just not work for us, but I thought I'd give it a go. It might be. Well, anyway, let's just have a go. It just goes a bit curly. You guys might know why or how to stop that happening, but at the moment I'm just experimenting and just giving it a go. Got the glue stick here, put a bit of glue on it, which is probably going to make it even more curly. Yeah, it's really going for it. It's like those little, I don't know, you might be of an age where you remember the Christmas crackers, and you get the little magic fish, and it's this little shape, and you put it in your hand and then it curls up like it's moving all on its own. This is basically what seems to be happening with this paper, but I'm persevering. It's all about persevering. Let's persevere. See what maybe it's just like stretching as it gets wet or something. I'm not giving up yet. Just trying to squidge the the creases out. I think that may have gone down. Roller. Yeah, okay then. Well, I had a little bit of a battle with it, but it is sticking. Oh God, getting hot now. Let's put another one on. So it's just definitely difficult to work with, shall we say, at this stage. Let's get a bit more glue on there. My glue stick seems to be a bit soft this morning. It's coming off in a few lumpy bits. I think we might be okay. It's okay so far. I have no idea which way round I'm doing this at the moment. So my glue stick's left lumpy bits, but I'm kind of just zhuzhing those on the back of here. I think it's a bit overworked. And where should we go with that? Just stick it on there. So the text has got my intentions, my hopes for 2025. Something I've never done before, but I just thought I'll give it a go, and I've been going with it, and got the handwritten on a scrap bit of paper, repeated into a diary, then written on paper that I'm going to use for collage, and then typed up and then printed out. So it's almost like my intentions are being used repeatedly again and again in my art, which I quite like the idea of that. I don't know what it is. Repetition. I mean, I teach my students when they have to know formulas or some key terms, certain things, look, cover, right, check, repeat, to hopefully let it sink in, and maybe that approach to my hopes. Let's go a little different direction. Look at the big lump there, look. I'll put that on that one. Just sticking it down, pressing it down, trying to remove because it goes a little bit crinkly. That edge needs a little bit more on there. Yes, I feel that this paper, although it goes through the printer nicely, it's temperamental. It's definitely like a problem child. Like got that naughty. You never quite know if it's going to behave. But perseverance in those instances. Persevere. Never give up. Find a way over it, under it, round it. If if necessary, through it. But never give up. Don't want to go up, don't want to go across. Not going up. So, am I still on screen? Forgot about that. Translucent paper printed with my intentions, cut out random shapes, just plonked on there with my fun with colour. So maybe this time, instead of doing the circly bit, so I'm going to put that to dry. Yeah, you can see if I lift it up, it does wrinkle a little bit, which means I probably haven't got enough glue on there. But anyway, it's all a bit of fun, a bit of experimentation. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is just maybe do some. Might as well just tear these bits, a bit of random shapes. Stick the strips on this one. I have used this before. Don't need that. I think I might just put some couple of bits on there. See how we get on with that. I'm just doing a little thinner strip now, just ripping that. And I'll pop those on. And I think that will be enough for today. Well, for now, let it all dry. Scrap bits of paper, gluing and sticking, playing with colours. So I'm liking the light blue, the Potter's style. I call it a Potter's style pink. It might not be a true Potter's pink. I haven't got a clue. Not really one for being exact in these situations. I've never been a person for, following rules, if I'm honest. And I like the freedom to just find my own way. And if I do come up against it, I love to have a go at solving things myself. And if that doesn't work, then I will seek help. But sometimes the fun of finding out, a little bit on the edges there. Sometimes it just doesn't sit perfectly. But anyway, we'll see. What I might do, I might go over it with some medium to hold it in place. So yeah, this paper, as much as I like the translucency and the fact that it's printable, the jury is out on the usability in these situations. But it's early days, so I'm giving it a chance. I think that because it's quite smooth on the, it's probably quite resisting. So putting some medium on the top of that, I think will maybe help take it to another level. But for now, this is just trial and error. I'm really tempted to use some of this now. I mean, you know, I've got it. We're going all out. A little bit of something on there. So this is reclaimed envelope. Oops, that'll make it a bit thinner. Touch of that, and a touch of this. I don't know if I want such a big bit, maybe just a little bit more on there, a little bit on there, maybe a little bit on there, something like that. And then I think I might go and get some breakfast. I love these, as you know by now, I love the early mornings in the shed. It's just a nice way to start the day. I can come out the shed with a smile. Come out with a smile on my face. Because I've had that freedom to experiment, to explore. There's no real structure. It's all just on a whim. That's a good word, isn't it? On a whim. Do it on a whim. Go whimming. As I'm looking at these pieces, I'm thinking I quite like the idea of the gold going in a similar direction. So that's why I'm turning the bits around. I don't know if you notice the little strips on here. I quite like the idea of them. Just trim that. And these, you know, relatively cheap books, seriously, probably cost a couple of £1 and a couple of English pounds. Ooh, it's not sticking down. Roll it up. Try again. I learned so much by just doing this. I've got pages here that I've started, and then I will. In fact, pages like this one, I've literally scanned that in, and I've used that to create some blooms on the computer. So all good. I just think as a background, this is fun. You can see it's curling up a little bit anyway, but for now I absolutely love the effect of this, adding the extra bits on, which is making me want to see if I can put a bit more on the bigger bit as well, because I've got this. I knew this was gonna have a purpose, and that's what I love about the scrap bits. Is scrap? No, it's scrap, is it? Don't scrap the scrap. And it's quite nice to tell. I like the roughness of this. Again, just put a little. I'm not going to have the stripes coming down. And actually, when it sort of, it's got those different layers on it, I like the effect of that. Something like that. So that's most of the dark. I mean, even that light bit, this gold is just lovely. I'm loving this gold. The randomness of this is just brilliant. It's probably a bit too similar. I think I'm going to share this one out so I can have it around. Try not to over deliberate here, but the deliberation creeps in. The shall I, shan't I, what do I like? But that's part of, it's almost like you're looking at it and you're getting a sense of, is that feeling right? Is that ticking that box? Don't know why, but sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And I think it's all part of the journey, your brain kind of calculating. I just love the effect of this practice sheet and how I feel it's adding another depth to this bit, which is exciting and unexpected in a good way. Gluing and sticking. Nearly there. So yeah, inspired this morning by this pinky Potter's Pink, thinking about the colours and what I can do with it, how can I play with it, and then of course the idea of I like the idea of this. Put that right on the edge, yeah, that'll do. Putting text in there as well, having a go, giving the translucent paper a chance. I'll have a look to see what other translucents, but this one particularly, this paper here that I use because it went through the printer, and I like to have a mix of something that I've typed, something that I've created by hand. Going to go on there, break up those circles, maybe just on the edge. Right on the edge, and then that's that. I think the next step for me, I probably want to, maybe I will have a go with the browns. That's probably going to come next. Remember I said that, and maybe, yeah, put in some of that on there maybe, or even going straight in with the fluorescent. So this is by no means finished, but it's a start, and I can and think, what do I want to do next? Where am I going to take this? And it's all good fun. All good fun. Just edge that a little bit. I don't want to press too much and then I don't press enough. Come on. I'm so out of practice with my scalpel. You don't think I literally used to use one of these every day. But anyway, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a journal. At the moment I feel there's something missing up here. No, I am going to just let it rest and then I can come back and... Well, what I'll do is I'll take a picture of it, you see, and then I can have a think about it. Just edge that a little bit. Have a little think, what do I want to add to it? So I hope for now that you've been inspired to just, if you think, what if, then do it. I mean, you know, maybe I like it better that way around, or that way, or that way. But anyway, for now, that has been a nice little start to the day. I think I really like the way this one's going, and it'll probably end up as some kind of greeting card. I'm really into my greeting card designs at the moment. They're just so much fun. And this was one that I did background, and you can see that this is when I first started having to go with this translucent paper. So I thought I'd do it again and where it ends up. Well, have a great day, whatever you're doing, everybody. I hope you enjoyed watching that little experiment. Like I said, it's by no means finished, so please like, share and subscribe so that you can be alerted of any new videos that might show the progress with any of the bits that I make. It is a journey, and it's every little step at a time. That's it for today. Bye for now.